This is Kiki Rice, and you're tuned into Out of Bounds.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Rashad Milligan. I'm joined here by a very, very special guest. We have the 2022 McDonald's All-American National Player of the Year, Miss Kiki Rice. Kiki, how are you doing? First things first.
I'm doing great, thank you.
Great, great, great. Now, first things, how does it feel to be the National Player of the Year?
It's an incredible honor. I mean, I've been dreaming of being a McDonald's All-American for so many years now, but to be named the Morgan Wooden Player of the Year is just a cherry on top. It makes everything even so much better.
Right, right. And who are some of the players that you have a very unique game, at 5'11", big guard status, everything like that? Who are some of those kind of players that you grew up watching?
Yeah, I grew up watching a ton of guards from from all across the country. I've enjoyed one of my favorite players is Sue Bird. I really try to model a ton of aspects of my game off of hers. I think she's a tremendous leader on the court and really is a true point guard who is able to affect the game in so many different ways. And then actually someone here in Chicago, Courtney Vandersloot, who plays for the Sky, she's one of my favorite point guards as well. I really enjoyed watching her in this past year's WNBA finals. I thought she was amazing. So I've really just, enjoyed watching a ton of women's basketball and learning as much as I can from all these great players.
Right. And Sue was actually one of the ones who introduced you, like let you know about the awards and stuff. How was that to have Sue Bird kind of like, I guess, congratulate you first?
Yeah, it was amazing when Sue Bird, when she popped up on the Zoom and my whole team was there. I was shocked, obviously. I didn't know why she was there. I thought, she was congratulating us for my team for the great season that we had so far. But then when she presented me the award, that made it even more special. Her being, one of my favorite players of all time. So that was incredible, and just getting to speak with her and learn a few things was a great opportunity.
Where did you learn to one thing that really impresses me about your game is like you keep your eyes up, right? The vision the entire time. You can get trapped on the baseline, you can go in transition, and everybody's looking at you, kind of looking at the basket because you're so aggressive when you drive, but you're always looking, like it's always corner three, down low to the big. Where did you learn that to keep your eyes up at all times and kind of survey the floor?
I think that's just something that's been instinctual for me that I've done for a while, but just playing a ton of basketball with guys really helped me with that. I kind of grew up when I was younger. I didn't really play on girls teams, and playing with guys and knowing that they're bigger than me and sometimes more athletic, stronger. So just making sure to kind of keep my eyes up and be aware of everything was something that I made a conscious effort to do.
Now with McDonald's, how has this entire week been? Have you guys gone out to the Ronald McDonald House yet? And just, if you have, what are some of your takeaways from that trip?
Yeah, so this week has been great so far. I think, McDonald's has done obviously a tremendous job putting on such a great event. We unfortunately, because of COVID, we weren't able to go to the Ronald McDonald House, but we did do an activity here at the hotel, and we got to hear from a family who who spent time in the Ronald McDonald House. So that was extremely touching, and obviously all the basketball activities that we've done so far have been great. But just knowing that we're having a bigger impact on the community and helping helping families out who are in need is really special.
How excited are you to head over to UCLA next year? What are you looking forward to most at UCLA?
I'm so excited. Just getting out to the West Coast and, excited. I'm just really excited for the atmosphere of college basketball and the high level games and the intensity and, learning from kind of a new group of coaches and players and being pushed every day in practice and becoming a better player. I know it's going to be a process, but I'm just going into college, looking forward to absorb everything that I can.
There's a specific 2023 player who's in your spot right now, ranked in the exact same spot you're in for 2022 over there in California right now in LA. And I spoke to her father. I went to one of her games, and he said that she liked to stay on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, are you doing any recruiting yourself with these, top kids or whatever? I don't want to mention anybody by name, but if anybody watching, they probably can put two and two together. Are you doing the recruiting to the top kids in 2022 and 2023?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the coaching staff at UCLA has put me in contact with some of the players that they've been recruiting hard, and I'm just here to help anyone out who is looking to learn more about UCLA. And I just want to get as many great players as we can to UCLA. So whenever I can be a help and be an asset to do that, of course I'm willing and I'm excited.
UCLA is a great program historically and stuff like that. You guys have, oh, Jada, I forgot about, salute to Jada Williams, someone a friend of the show as well. Jada coming in a couple years. But why UCLA over in-state, Stanford, over South Carolina, UConn, you know, all these kind of powerhouses that continuously go to the Final Four and Elite Eights? Why did you kind of choose a different path to something that's a big school with historical context, but not necessarily the trademark schools, if you will, right now?
I think the prospect of bringing a first national championship to the women's side at UCLA is something that was really intriguing to me. And obviously, I could go to UConn, Stanford, a lot of these other top schools who have had more success over in recent years and just in their history. But I think bringing like the first banner to Pauley Pavilion would be incredible and something super special. And the opportunity there is special, and it was unique compared to a lot of the other schools that I was looking at. So I didn't want to pass up on it.
I feel like that's a mentality that a lot of kids like your age, a lot of the youth your age, the high schoolers and stuff, you guys have adopted that. Like, it's like, oh, I want to go to HBCU. I want to go to a mid-major. I want to go to a large school, but not necessarily the biggest school, even though I'm a 5-star. Why do you think your generation in particular has taken such a keen to that type of, thinking of not going to Kentucky's and Dukes and, all the traditional powerhouses, but making your own path? Why is that? Why do y'all do that?
I think it could be because there's a little bit of a rebellious nature in our generation. I think not always wanting to follow in the footsteps of someone else and wanting to pave your own path is something that is intriguing to a lot of players, and I totally understand that, and it's intriguing to me as well. And I think that just being the first at your school or bringing the first championship or whatever is something that is special and that you can't get at a lot of these traditional powerhouse schools.
Have you met Sloot yet? Being over there in Chicago, have you had the chance to meet her yet?
I have not met her. No, watched a ton of her game, but I've not met her.
Well, what do you really like about, I mean, you mentioned how pivotal she was in that championship run last year. I believe she had like 15, like she had games where she had 15 assists, 14 assists. Just what is it about Vandersloot that is so magical that makes her the point guard, as they call him?
Yeah, I think Courtney Vandersloot's ability to control the tempo of the game and also the pace at which she makes decisions is something that, I really study and watch a ton. I think you see that she's never in a rush, and regardless of if she's being pressured, has a really big guard on her small guard, she always seems to just take her time and make the right decision. And that's something that, I'm obviously working on and, am going to continue to work on. So watching someone who does it at such a high level is really important.
How long did it take you to get used to playing around double teams and traps?
Let's see, it happened a ton my freshman year in high school. So I think throughout the season, I just had to kind of get used to it. And by my sophomore year, I was pretty used to it, but just have to still find ways to affect the game, whether it's scoring the ball, assisting, rebounding, doing whatever.
Kiki Rice, when it's all said and done, when the when it's time to hang them up, what do you want people to remember about you, your game, and your career?
See, about my game, I hope that people remember me as a competitor and a winner. I think that's the biggest legacy that I want to have, just someone who brought championships and tons of success to the university and the team that I'm on. And then as a teammate, just a fearless leader and someone who, always put their team first and was looking out for everyone and contributed to success.
To the young Black girls who are watching this right now, who, kind of want to be an All-American when they grow up, what is the advice that you have for them?
Yeah, I would say never doubt yourself and always stay true to who you are. Don't let anyone else change who you are because they want you to fit into some stereotype, and just trust yourself and continue to strive for your goals and success every single day.
Well, what's your favorite meal from McDonald's?
Let's see, my favorite meal from McDonald's is probably the chicken nuggets and fries, large fries.
go-to dance right now. Go-to dance.
I'm not really a dancer, so yeah, I'm not really a big dancer, but you know, any TikTok dance is cool.
And then favorite song right now at the moment.
Favorite song. My favorite song is any Lil Baby song right now. I've been listening to a ton of Lil Baby in preparation for him coming tomorrow.
Well, I was about to say, like, how cool is that to have Lil Baby come out and perform at the All-American game?
It's super cool. I mean, he's one of my favorite rappers, my favorite artists. So just when I heard that he was gonna be performing, I got super excited.
Okay, last question. Wrapping up because we're running out of time. I wanted to ask you about the USA 3-on-3 experience. How is that experience? How is that game different from the 5-on-5 experience?
Yeah, the USA 3-on-3 experience was incredible. I think I'd never played 3-on-3 before I went out to training camp, actually here in Chicago as well. And so it was a little bit different and difficult to get used to, but it's super fast paced and the possessions are super quick, 12-second shot clock, which I think is something that is actually kind of a situation that I do well, and I like fast paced up tempo games. So those quick possessions and the pace that you have to play with was really fun. And I think, you know, playing in that environment outside and it's like, you know, there's a commentator, the fans are really loud. It's a fun game. It's very different than 5-on-5, but I hope to continue to do it.
All right, everybody. Well, we appreciate it so much. Kiki Rice, next up, National Player of the Year 2022, McDonald's All-American, UCLA commit coming up in a couple of months. You're going to see her everywhere, NIL deals. Kiki, we appreciate it so much. Out of Bounds, Rashad Milligan. Until next time, take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much.